Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So I thought I'd play a little bit of Donkey Kong Jr. on the Colecovision, because why not? It's a fun game. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit more about this whole physical media thing happening as well. I keep seeing now on Facebook and Twitter and stuff that Blockbuster, I don't know why I said Blockbuster, Best Buy, I guess I have Blockbuster on the brain. Best Buy is now no longer going to be carrying any physical media as far as CDs and video games. And then I seen another one. Walmart is also going to stop carrying physical CDs, media, whatever, video games. Well, the ad I saw for Walmart specifically said video games, but usually when one goes, you're going to think probably the rest of it's going to go too. Like I think about the last time I was in a Walmart in the entertainment section, because, you know, I don't often go to that section anymore because I know there's not much there for me. Sometimes they have some, like, retro-inspired stuff, but most of the time, it's either going to be a video game section that I don't play, like PlayStation, like PS5 stuff, and Xbox, and like all the, you know, modern stuff. I do have a Switch, which, you know, I'm kind of okay with not having to buy the physical media all the time for that. I don't really care if I download a few games on that thing. Oh, jeez. But, you know, just the thought that this could start happening with everything, you know, like, it's already hard to find DVDs anywhere, and I prefer DVDs. You know, I do streaming, obviously, because I think today you almost have to. If you want to watch movies, you have to go have some kind of streaming platform, unless you're ripping them off, of course, you know, going on like those torrent sites and stuff, or whatever, or you have one of those IP, what do they call them, boxes that you pay a small fee every month and you get like a billion channels, internet TV or whatever they're calling it, IPTV. But I'm just saying, you know, like certain movies I feel like watching, and, you know, if I don't already own the DVD, because, you know, back in the day I used to be a little bit specific about which DVDs I would buy. Like, I didn't just buy everything, and like for a while, probably when I was a younger kid, every movie I saw that looked good, I probably bought it on VHS. But after a while, I started to realize that it's just not worth it, and, you know, I just kind of kept to the movies that I knew I would watch over and over again. Movies like Tombstone, with Val Kilmer and Kurt Russell, one of my favorite movies, you know, that type of thing. I knew I would watch that over and over again. My favorite horror movies, like the Nightmare on Elm Street series, you know, I'll always watch those movies. But then there's like certain movies that would just come out, you'd watch it once, and you'd be like, you know, whatever. And I'm not, you know, I don't really mind a lot of those movies. You know, those are for like, those are good for streaming movies. But then there's other movies where they're like classics, and you kind of want to see them over and over again. Even if it's a newer movie that just came out, and you're like, wow, that was so good, I'm going to have to, you know, I'm going to want to watch that again. But you can't always rely on these streaming platforms to have that movie when you feel like watching it, which can be a bummer sometimes. Like, you know, there's lots of times where I remember I felt like watching a movie, and I couldn't find it on any of the platforms. And it's not like I don't have a lot of streaming platforms. Like, I think I have like 3 or 4 at least set up on my TV. There's Netflix, of course. Disney Plus is there. At least for now, anyways. What else do I have? Crave. It's like probably like a local thing. I don't know how popular it is. You know, and then of course there's the freebie ones like Tubi and stuff like that, where you don't pay anything, but then you get commercials, which I'm cool with that. I mean, it's still the full movie. It's not like it's TV movie, you know, where when you watch it on TV and it's all edited and, you know, all the best parts are gone and there's no this or there's no that. But the problem, though, is, like, the selection is not all the greatest. There's all these movies that I've never heard of. You know, whatever. But it's just the thought that it's getting so hard now that if I feel like watching or buying a movie or whatever, I can't just go into any store now. Like, there used to be a lot of options. And some of the, like, the malls that I would frequent when I was younger, they had lots of stores where you could buy CDs and DVDs and, you know, to some extent, video games. But, you know, now it's like, I go into the mall and pretty much all I see in there is clothing stores. Clothing stores amongst clothing stores amongst clothing stores. And, you know, or knickknacks and trinkets, but no more music stores, no more DVD stores or movie stores, even video game stores. Like, some of them have a GameStop, which, you know, if I walk by a GameStop, I'll go in it. But the local mall that I go to, they had one, and then it's gone now. It's not that there's none around me. I know where there's another GameStop, but I mean, it's kind of in another area where I don't always go to. And, you know, whoa, I'm gonna land on, hey, I should have landed on that. That's not fair. But, yeah, it's kind of signaling that, obviously they want us to go towards this streaming stuff. And, you know, it's starting to happen with video games, and, eventually you're not, you know, the newer Xbox games and PlayStation games and all that, whatever the new systems are. You know, eventually it's going to probably end up just being streaming services. And I know I've talked about this on a video or two. You know, my thoughts on the whole streaming and subscription services, and a lot of people kind of agree. It's not the best direction that they want to see. I mean, some don't care, some don't mind. Especially some of the younger generations, like, they never really got too attached to much physical media anyways, so to them it's like, whatever, I just download games, or I get a subscription, and then I just play the games and move on. But then it kind of makes you wonder, what's the quality of the game's going to be now, if you know, it's just play the game, and then it's on the subscription service, and then it disappears, now you're onto another game, and now you're onto another game, and you don't really give a crap anymore, because you're probably never going to play the same game twice, because why would you, you know? You got all these, you know, whatever games that are just showing up, and are they going to be fun? Are they going to be games that you're going to want to revisit in the future? But how would you do that if it disappears off the streaming service, and that was the only way to play that game? And what's going to happen in the future with the, you know, nostalgia purposes, like, all these kids today that are playing these games that might, you know, disappear? And I mean, unless some, you know, third-party company, kind of like what's happening now with a lot of the retro stuff, like the third-party companies that are kind of making these Atari flashback type things, or Nintendo emulators and all that stuff. So unless that sort of starts to happen in the future, and we start getting like Xbox emulators and stuff, that brand new games today that in 20 years or 10 years, 15 years are going to be emulated for the kids of today, that will be kind of, you know, the adults maybe missing the nostalgia in the future. Of course, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I mean, it's two different generations. I mean, I grew up with a lot of physical stuff, a lot of physical media, so maybe my nostalgia is based on that. I'm not sure. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. I mean, like, right now I'm playing a game that's like, what, 1983? 84? I guess. I'm not sure when I didn't see the date on there. But, you know, this is an old game on an old console that I just plugged in my basement and I started playing. Are we going to be able to do that in the future? That's a good question. I guess we're just going to have to wait and find out. Anyways, yeah, I thought I'd do a, you know, different kind of video today, because I felt like playing this game, and I was also thinking about this topic a lot. And I thought, let's blend the two together and let's play a game and talk. Anyways, let me know what you think. Throw some comments down below. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.